You've been murder bird.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
There.
We are live. It's time for another live Wicked Horror Show. I'm Kevin, and as always, I'm joined by Tony. Has 9 fingers. I think you're muted. You're unmuted now.
Yes. What is going on, people?
I think I was trying to unmute you, and you were unmuting yourself at the same time, and we kept muting back and forth.
Yeah, I think that's what it said. That's the first time I saw that message on here.
You're like, oh, he just unmuted you, now you mute yourself. Sucker.
Oh, man.
And then we have Angel from That Strange Show. What's up?
What up? What up?
What's up? And we're just waiting on our guest. He's in another country, and it's, time difference.
Yeah, it's breakfast time somewhere.
Yeah. It's always breakfast time somewhere. Am I right, guys?
Yeah. What's up? It's Tuesday. It's
Tuesday night, and the feeling's right.
Did man, Whack-A-Mole Willie see his shadow? It's fucking cold as fuck. We got
Was it
supposed to snow this whole week? Pretty much.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Whack-A-Mole Willie didn't see his shadow. Whatever.
For us, it's
Groundhog Day.
last week or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
so we just been tucked in, working. Like you played at the top of the show here. We're gearing up for dead of winter coming up here in a couple of weeks. So
Yep.
depending on when you're listening to this, you were either there or you weren't, or you missed out. All the above.
Exactly.
All the above. But yeah, come out and have a good
Yeah,
time.
if you're in the New England area, definitely go to Dead of Winter at Mechanics Hall in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
February 22nd, 23rd, and also on the 22nd, there's going to be a live concert show,
Rock and roll.
rock and or roll hardcore-ish kind of show at Ralph's in Worcester, which is going to be jam-packed with goodness.
Yeah.
And Angel and I will be there recording all of the goodness.
Yeah. We'll be doing little showcases of each band on your deathbed, intercourse, just to name a couple of the
Yeah,
bands. But it's
you
gonna
know,
be a good time all around.
on your
Uh,
deathbed intercourse, you know.
yeah, on your deathbed. Right. But yeah, yeah.
You have something going on. We were talking a little bit about.
Oh,
You have a project going on that's on your hat.
yeah. Vampire Surf Cult. Buddies of mine, we're about to launch our Kickstarter to try to get the cartoon, the pilot for our cartoon that we're trying to make. So yeah, if you go to Vampire Surf Cult on Instagram, you can check out all the info there. We have links to the Kickstarter pre-launch page, which will become a live campaign on Thursday, February 13th. So depending on when you're listening to this, we'll be running the campaign for 30 days. So come check it out. We'll have so we have some awesome tiers, which you can help back and make the show a reality.
Yeah.
Lots of good stuff. So, but yeah, no, we've just been working on that. Gearing up for Dead of Winter.
Yeah. And after that that goes live, we'll be playing the Kickstarter trailer and stuff.
Yeah,
So hopefully get some people to jump on board and get some perks.
get the people going.
Get the people going, yeah. Oh yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, thanks.
yeah, but what else is going on in you guys' life? We haven't talked in a couple weeks.
I finally watched Nosferatu,
Hmm.
hanging dong. First, and then I was like trying to pinpoint the voice, right? Because online everyone was like, "Oh, dude, Skarsgård, fucking the voice killed it," and then like maybe a third of the movie in, because I was like, "Oh shit, they're showing a lot of Nosferatu right off the rip," and I was like, I thought it was gonna be, but then I was like, "It's Robert Eggers, so yeah, let's." Is the monster in the room with us? Yes. Type of deal. But I was like, and everyone's like, oh, it's fucking. And then I was like, has no one ever seen Thundercats? I was like, he sounds like Mumra.
Oh yeah.
Like
Thundercats.
yeah. And I was like, this is pretty good, but I thought it was awesome, man.
Yeah,
It
no,
was,
it was a good movie. I mean, it
beautiful.
was a little slow for me, believe it or not. And I love slow burns, but I saw it in the theater with me wife,
My wife.
and we liked it, but we both thought it was a little slow, and we both thought that there was no horror to it.
No, see, because that's the thing. I think when you hear like Dracula, vampire, all that stuff, like you expect that, right? Like you expect but like Robert Eggers is like, he's not like other filmmakers, and I felt like he mostly adapted the love story.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Which was
the reason I say it is because the ads were being like the scariest movie of
oh
all
no.
time.
I mean, was there suspense with like? I just thought like the whole like aspect of like how he moved through the room and like the shadow play and
Yeah. Oh no, there was definitely it was well made.
yeah.
Definitely well made. Have you checked it out, Tony?
Yeah, I have. For me, it was like the same for you. I'm as long as the slow burn kind of builds up. This one kind of built up a little bit and just kind of stayed stagnant throughout the whole time.
Mm.
Like there were points where it was like, okay, oh, him in the background, like type deal. The shadow work was pretty good. But I think the most thing I got through the entire movie was Lily Rose Depp has some weird looking nipples.
You're not
So
the only person who said it.
So did Willem Dafoe though.
Yeah, but he's Willem Dafoe. He has weird looking everything.
Dude, I liked his angle in there where he's like lighting up the whole place. They're like, "You knew he wasn't here," and he's like, "Ah, ha, ha, gotcha."
No, he's great.
But we needed to do this part too, so he has nowhere to go. And they're like, "Fucking like you son of a bitch." She's in the room with him.
Mm.
But yeah, no, it was see, and that was the thing that like the whole time is like the monster, right? He even said in the beginning, he's like, I'm just thirst, you know what I mean? Like I'm just hunger. And for him to like, it's that whole like old, Gary Oldman Dracula where he's like, I've crossed oceans of time, to like to meet the love. So like, he's like, oh, the sun. And then she's like, no, 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 no. Come on, like we're finally together, and he's just like, ah.
Yeah.
I was like, bravo.
My big fancy mustache that's being held on just by a little clip in my nose.
Yeah, that's what my wife says. She goes, I get it.
But it wasn't a very good mustache.
She's like, it's just very like the whole facial hair thing is just, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's the description in the writings, ghastly, decayed, smelly, with fucking mustache.
Ridiculous mustache.
And then she's like, and I think he had Bill Skarsgård's hair like through the makeup. And I was like, yeah, it was just like this little like, I don't know.
Just real quick, Sergio is saying hello, and oh, hey, it's Chase is saying, what's up, everyone?
What's up, Chase? Shout out.
No.
Chase from Half Hour of Horror. We had him on, remember?
John Ranella, has anyone seen Heart Eyes or Companion?
No, not yet. I've heard both were. I think Chase just saw that. I think he said it was fun.
Which one, Hard Eyes?
Yeah, Hard Eyes. Companion, someone told me was fucking awesome. So I gotta check both of those out.
Hard Eyes. I think my dad messaged me about Hard Eyes, asking what's the deal with Hard Eyes, and I was like, I don't really know.
He's got heart for eyes, and
the trailer made it look like it was like a, what do you want to call it? Like a My Bloody Valentine type deal. Like I got that vibe off of it.
Yeah, I heard it was more comedy than anything.
Oh, hey, it's Chase is saying both Hard Eyes and Companion were really fun.
All right.
That's good to hear. Sergio is asking if we have a guest. We do have a guest. He's in another country.
And it's Manila in the Philippines. So
yeah,
at this point in time, I don't know if it's too early, or what's going on. But what I was thinking with this guest, because most of his credits are more of a producer side.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times we bring on like directors and actors and actresses and stuff. But, especially if someone's listening or watching us and maybe they don't want to take that side of, movie styles, I was going to have him come on and talk about, how you get into becoming a producer, what it entails, because I guess there's like different tiers of producing. Sometimes it's just like donating to the movie, but then sometimes certain producers have more of a bigger role to it. So
look at people like Daniel John. Like he's starting off, I mean, he's not working in his, many like higher.
But they're doing some good work over there. Like him, Xander,
yep,
all those guys. They're raising tons of money for indie.
I'm just gonna
Chase, John Ranella.
I saw Love Hurts this afternoon, and Chase is saying that Hard Eyes was a like a slasher mixed with one of those cheesy 2000s Jennifer Lopez style rom-coms.
Hell yeah, man.
So my wife would be down because
What a Man Wants or whatever, that Mel Gibson joint.
I know someone who was in that. She was one of the girls in an elevator.
Elevator Girl?
Yeah, well, no, but she was like someone that had a scene with him.
Oh.
She made a movie called Rutland, USA years ago in Rutland, Mass. And I forget her name, but my old ska band had
Yeah.
songs in the movie.
Oh, sure.
And she went off to LA and she ended up acting in some stuff. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know if she's still acting. I haven't looked her up. But yeah,
name?
Rutland, USA.
Let's look her up now. Rutland.
Look up Rutland, USA. And she was the director of that
movie. Rutland, USA movie. I used to live in Rutland, Vermont for 6 months. Nothing ever happens in the small town of Rutland. Oh, 2 students and a dead body. You talking about? It says Chad Meserve.
So, okay, was he the director, or maybe she was a?
Yeah,
she was in it. She was like a producer.
I got someone called Andrea Ajamian.
Yes. Yep.
All right, let's see what she's up to. But yeah, so I do want to see Hard Eyes and Companion, and also, if you're a fan of like, just inappropriate shit, Paul Rudd and Tim Robinson just dropped that new trailer with A24.
Yeah,
Friendship, and I cannot wait. It says it's a dark nightmare, whatever the fuck they were describing it as. The first half of that trailer is like buddy comedy type setup, but I can't wait to see an unhinged like Tim Robinson, like, you can't do that. Fucking losing his mind, like,
I guess I'll take this car if no one wants it.
Yeah. You know, this wasn't me. He's dressed like a hot dog. No Wolfman.
I saw Wolfman.
I got halfway through it.
Halfway.
What?
I saw Wolfman in the theater with my dad and my nephew.
Did you guys fucking wolf out or what?
No, I thought it was pretty boring.
It had promise because, like, the first 10 minutes, like, it's a father and son.
Yeah.
And then you hear it, and I'm like, oh, all right. And then nothing.
And one thing my wife kept pointing out was like, she looks too young to be a mom. Like the girl who was the mom. I'm like, well, she's not too young to be a mom, but she's too young. She looks too young to be married to him.
Yeah.
You know, like whatever. But because what's that girl from?
She's from the Ozarks, and then she.
Oh, okay. That's where I know her from.
She played Ruth on that show, and then she played some real life horror show, some like con lady, with like different accents. I forget what the hell that one was called. I do like her, and I think she was in. Good. I believe she was in the new Rosemary's Babies prequel, Apartment Ace, whatever.
Oh, okay. I never saw that.
7A. Wolfman. Okay. So your friend Andrea, just to go back, so she looks like she's a producer with current work, like It Ends With Us. She was an executive producer on that. The Curse of Bridge Hollow, executive producer. The Unholy, Possession of Hannah Grace, Slender Man, Unprotected, Fall Into Me, this bunch of stuff. So yeah, she's steady working, man. That's good. Up until
it's funny. I to sign the little contract thing to give her permission to use the songs. I had met her at the Cumberland Farms right up the street from here.
Oh yeah, Dirty John, the true crime series. What's up?
I haven't heard about that. Where is Dirty John? Where's that available? I'm all about Dirty Johns.
Bro, so, I love true crime, so...
I love filthy bathrooms, so...
I thought you were going somewhere else. Television.
Oh, no.
That's the show Julia Garner was on, along with Eric Bana and Connie Britton. Oh, okay. Oh, this was throwback.
It's an old show.
Wait, am I looking at the right one? Dirty John Betty? The Betty Broderick story?
I don't know.
I might not be looking at the right
I don't
show.
know. I did watch in honor of our guest that hopefully will be coming on. I
Oh,
did
no,
watch.
it is.
I watched Street Trash today.
Oh, nice. I still have not gotten around to it.
It's definitely
It's
different.
fun. No, it's. I thought it was very fun.
OG,
It is different, but
OG
it's
for me is like, mwah.
really.
Yeah, I love it.
So
It's one of my
this
favorite
is
movies.
this is a lot of fun. A lot of over the top gore.
Yeah.
Guy loses his penis,
Oh,
and he's the
Do they
boner,
do-
the boner cop. or
but do
whatever.
they throw it around like a football though?
No,
Okay, so
he's chasing the main character, and he grabs this like boner medicine from this drug dealer guy, and then he just like turns around and blows it in the guy's face, and he's like chasing him around with his stuff
Chuck-
out.
all right,
Then he slams it into a gate and chops it off.
all right. I'll put that on tonight.
And he's called Boner Cop. Like
Boner
whenever
Cop.
you see him the rest of the movie.
I'm not mad at myself, but I just haven't been able to get around to sit down and watch that because I know
There's so many things.
yeah, there's a
so
lot of
many
things.
things.
And I know that's like my wife really doesn't like too much of like the
Yeah,
cool
just like always, we all have shows that we've meant to watch.
Dirty John's now on my list.
Yeah, so my friend Scott recently just commented that he was going to restart watching something, and myself, our friend Bill, and Spada
Yeah.
all were like, we've never watched this. And so Bill and Spada jumped on the bandwagon. I'm the only one who hasn't. 'Cause if I do, then I know they're going to try to start another podcast.
Oh, okay.
But they all started watching Twin Peaks from like episode 1. I've never seen Twin Peaks.
You should do a Twin Peaks podcast. Let's do it. Introspective like breakdown of each episode. Bi-monthly.
Anyways,
Every 2 months you get it. But what was I saying?
and then would have to find 2 people that look the same and call it Twin Geeks.
Twin Geeks. There's bro. It's easy, bro. Look at that. Put it on a t-shirt. But I was saying Street Trash. So yes, I was really excited when I started seeing Ryan Kruger putting stuff up on his Facebook. I would message him like, dude, what is this? And he's like, because it was legit. Like he was just testing shit and like screen test.
Yeah.
I'm like, hold on. And then it was announced, and I was like, holy fuck. And
He does the voice of a character in the movie, and it's pretty over the top.
And if you're familiar with Fried Berry, so like I was like, all right, acid trip time, and I'm like Street Trash.
You haven't seen it, Tony, have you?
What, Street Trash?
Yeah.
Yes, I have. Like I said, it was.
You know the character that he plays?
No.
That the director plays? You know the guy that 2 Bits is like? There's a character named 2 Bits who I believe was in Fried Berry.
Yeah. The long-haired blonde guy, weird looking.
Yeah, like really intense looking dude, and he has a little imaginary friend that he talks to. That's like a puppet. He's voiced by the director.
There you go.
Did not know that.
Do we have a trailer? Sergio's asking.
We do.
I don't have.
I have the trailer for Street Trash, and I have the trailer for Shakespeare Shitstorm because he's a producer on both of those.
Fuck it. Play.
Let's play I'll play the trailer for Street Trash right now.
There you go, Sergio. Ask and you shall.
Don't go to the bathroom yet. Here we go.
Street Trash.
Yeah. What'd you think?
Uh, yeah, I need to watch that.
Yeah, you
But
do.
just yeah, that wasn't playing over our feed though.
It wasn't?
No,
No.
because I was watching the monitor over here and it
Well, that makes no sense.
didn't catch.
Anyways, we played the trailer.
You could hear it.
Mhm.
We could hear it.
Yeah. I don't know why that didn't happen.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, no, I'm that's I know that was making the rounds. I know it did pretty good on Screenbox because they got like the exclusive rights after they did I think like a little festival run thing or like premieres over there yonder.
yeah. That's unfortunate. I don't know why it didn't do it.
Oh, it's okay.
No, it's not. Sergio wanted a trailer.
It said like Kevin's screen, but then it didn't look like it was highlighted or sharing at all.
Tony was so fed up he left.
Tony said, "Fuck, I'm out."
He's like, that's it.
Hello,
Enough of this BS. I'm out of here. I'm Tony has 9 fingers. No one does this to me.
hello, Tony.
I'm Tony and I got 9 fingers.
That was weird. All it said was sinking.
Mm,
Oh, maybe you're in a boat.
yeah, I know.
I might be.
Oh,
You never know. I might be actually traveling to the Philippines to pick up our guest.
Oh,
maybe. Maybe. It's weird that your boat looks just like your bedroom. But yeah.
You better start throwing them DVDs out.
So yeah, Serge, sorry about that. There is a trailer for Street Trash available on YouTube. There's a program that I pay for to download trailers and stuff off of YouTube.
Yeah.
And it just right after I paid for it, it doesn't work anymore.
Sick mosh.
Did you tell them you want your money back?
Don't you love that when you're like, "Hi, I'll give you money for stuff,"
Oh, I've been using you guys for like ever,
and then
and blah 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 blah.
then it don't work.
Yep. Now the only way that I can download trailers from YouTube is to go to YouTube Premium, which costs way too much money.
Or I have one better. You can just blindly go into the internet space and type YouTube to MP3, MP4 converter, and then just click and let them all wear. Just engulf.
Destroy my computer.
Yeah.
No, I have 3 computers. This is the only one that I use.
If I really want something, that's what I do. And then when the pop-up says you want a free T-shirt, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get out of here before.
Like, oh my god, I want a free T-shirt.
I gotta get out of here before they get my soul.
I gotta get out of here before someone gets my free T-shirt. Besides me.
Yeah, hot singles in your area, and I'm like, no.
Oh no! I wonder if they're cold. No, they says they're hot.
Yeah.
I'm cold.
Oh man.
Hence me wearing a winter hat in the house.
Now, I saw the little trailer on the side.
Yeah, I saw it down there on this, but it looked good, like this big. It was.
Where was it?
It was down here in
Like at the
backstage.
where us 3 are.
Really?
Yeah. It was cool though. It was like little street trash.
Was it like the size of like our screens?
No, it wasn't. I was legit looking at the monitor over here because I was looking.
No, but where did you see it?
I was down at the bottom where we are on backstage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Weird.
John Ranella says Longlegs is coming to Hulu this weekend.
Oh, that's cool.
There you are, my almost birthday app. Going to Hulu. I love it. I love Longlegs. Longlegs was
that was a really good time.
so sick.
That was fun in the theater.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, is there anything else coming to the theater? My wife messaged me about a movie that's
What she said.
on Shudder or coming to Shudder. And she said she wants to see it, and I told her that she gives me crap for having Shudder. So because of that, she's not allowed to watch it.
Yeah, I was gonna say now you have Shudder. She don't.
Right.
Bro, I've been so like crazy back and forth. Like I can't even remember what I watched. I've been watching. The one thing I do remember I've been watching is I started Cobra Kai.
I've never watched it, so
I thought I was gonna hate it, but it's like It's so good.
I've been because of all the stuff that's happened with my house.
Mm,
We're finally like my wife's still not home.
okay.
She's moving back home this weekend.
All right.
Valentine's Day. She's moving home. And
Try out the new house.
well, no, she comes home on weekends. But so like because everything we had to pack up so much stuff
Yeah.
and we're getting everything unpacked. Everything's just covered with like construction dust and everything like that. So we're like cleaning everything. It's one of those things where when we're home, we only watch so much stuff because we just listen to music and
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah.
And the stuff we watch is totally not stuff that we would talk about on the show. Like we watch The Traders and we watch
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
there's that show on TLC about that girl with Tourette's.
Oh, yeah, I heard she got her own show. She used to be on TikTok talking
Yeah.
shit about
Yeah.
like tippity tap that chicken or some shit.
Yeah. Rotisserie chicken. And then tippity tap tap rotisserie chicken.
Like,
And she goes like, "You're fucking bald" to bald people all the time.
yeah,
And
she'd
then,
be like, "You're done."
Yeah, she was. Yeah, you're done. You're done. Yeah, she does that, and she does. What did she say in the last episode that the White House was covered with vaginas?
I love it.
Yep, she said it was raining vaginas. She said something about mint flavored vaginas.
Awesome.
She talks a lot about vaginas. She was at her boyfriend's house.
Talking about vagines.
Saying that she was pregnant. She's like, "I'm pregnant." She's like, "No, I'm not."
I do remember some stuff. I'm looking through these lists here. I was trying to see if I remembered what I watched. But I did finally got to watch Smile 2.
Oh, how is it?
I thought it was fucking dope. Expanding on the lore and all that stuff from the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Cold open on this was just incredible. But yeah, I do recommend that Smile 2 if you haven't seen it. And yeah. What else did I watch?
I never got this. I never watched that.
You never watched Smile 2?
No.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
The first one. Sosie Bacon's in the second one for like a minute, right?
I don't remember.
What? She's got to be.
I don't. I was just watching it like this. Like,
But Sosie Bacon.
I was ready to receive the smiles. The Substance was dope.
Didn't watch.
Still haven't seen that.
Oh my gosh.
I was gonna watch it the other day. Standing in Smile 2 among the best horror performances of 2024.
Yeah, Chase hit it. Yeah, I thought
I'm so out of the loop.
She was phenomenal, man. I legit like the whole. I was like, oh, okay. The premise is like she's like a pop star, but like the backdrop of that, it was like by the end of the movie was perfect.
That's a pretty good idea considering what Smile is about. Yeah,
I was like this. It was. Yeah, the backdrop is perfect. I'm like, awesome.
Yeah, I gotta talk my wife into watching it.
Yeah,
there's a few movies, and one of them that there's one movie. It's not a horror movie. It's a animated movie and everything, but I wanted to watch it, and I'm not gonna watch like. It's just called Flow, and I want to watch it. Wicked bad.
Yeah, I do as well. That's on my queue. I just about the cat. Almost drowns.
Yeah, it's about a cat during a flood, and it's like, there's no dialogue. At one point, it's like a cat and a capybara.
Yeah,
and I hate capybaras.
Do you really?
Yes, I hate them.
Oh, you're gonna have to talk to my oldest. He has some
giant guinea pigs. They're giant guinea pigs, and I don't like guinea pigs either.
Yeah, no, but
guinea pigs.
And I think that's pretty much.
Oh, you know what I've been looking for? Because I've seen a lot of videos of people finding the VHS of Terrifier 3 in Walmarts.
Oh, in the wild like that? Boom.
Yeah. The little horror section they have with like the horror collectibles.
Yeah.
And no luck.
No.
No.
They're probably in the back with all the $1.
Yeah, with all the everything that I go there looking for. every time, and it's completely empty every time I go. Like, all my wife wants is these yogurt drinks, and they've been completely empty. Like the last 4 times I've gone to Walmart, it's like you're telling me that what there's tariffs on yogurt drinks now? Is that what you're telling me? Are these the
Yeah,
new eggs?
they're all out of them.
Yeah, we're all out of them.
Yeah, how much do eggs cost now? 20 for one
I don't
egg?
even know. I can't even tell you because the Walmart in my area is like down to like almost no eggs. Like the only eggs they have there are all the ones that were already expensive.
Yeah, I usually. What do we talk? Yeah, let's just to guess.
Mm.
I don't know, Sergio. You tell me.
I don't know if the guest is coming. We don't know. Any word from the guest?
No, I sent another message and nothing.
Well,
So
that
Well,
stinks.
Chase, you? What are you doing? You want to come on, bro? Send him the link.
Um, the whatchamacallit, we had one guest possibly lined up for next month, and I haven't heard back from him.
Okay.
But like that was going to be you know who I'm talking about, Tony.
Yeah, yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
He's like,
when
yeah,
I
look,
reached.
shoot me a date, and I'm like, pick, let any Tuesday of this month, and then nothing.
Y2K. I watched that. That's what I was trying to figure out what
I was
else
like, what
I
year? What?
watched. Y2K. Do you
What?
not,
Because
do you not know it?
no,
Well, it seems
Oh,
like
wow.
a movie that would be like I don't know, 20 something
Yeah.
years ago.
Let me. I'm gonna shoot the. I'm gonna shoot the link to Chase so you can come on and
Okay,
shoot the shit with us.
all
yeah,
right.
that's fine. The more the merrier.
Yeah,
Have you
Y2K.
seen?
It's with Kyle Mooney made it. The guy from SNL.
Okay.
They're talking about yeah,
Oh, the no, never mind.
yeah, Y2K. You guys don't remember, Kevin? You were like
Kyle Mooney.
30 during Y2K.
No, it wasn't.
How old were you in the year 1999?
1999.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, see, math, baby.
I was 14.
24.
24. All right.
Yeah.
Chase, I sent that to your IG. But yeah. That's we've been on for oh, and then the Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. That was dope.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to those guys again.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that movie was sick.
Heretic. I don't know if you guys saw Heretic.
So Tony, did you notice in Street Trash, they kept talking about Disney movies, and it was one. He's like, they were like standing in this area, and he's just like, "So you telling me Peter Pan was a pedophile?" And he's just like, "What?" He's like, "Wait, no, Dr. Hook was the bad guy." He's like, "No, Dr. Hook was the only person to stand up to Peter Pan."
Yeah.
He's like, "So what about?" He's like, "So when the boys were too old, the Lost Boys, when they got too old, Peter Pan would kill the Lost Boys." And there was all this other stuff. They're like, "Man, where do you come up with this stuff?" And then they were talking about like other like kids movies and stuff, like how it was like a twist, like Pinocchio and all this other stuff was like, whatever. It was like how Pinocchio was just a sex doll and like all this other stuff that was in Street Trash. And I was like, oh yeah, look at this.
Awesome.
Yeah, because it was close enough, but far enough away from the original. Like, I love the original one. And then watching it, I was expecting not like a carbon copy,
Mm-hmm.
but like somewhat close to it. And I was like, I don't remember this part. And then I'm like, oh, okay, it's completely, it has the essence to it of like just the colors and the thing, but it's
Like,
like
okay, yeah,
completely.
you're normally if you bleed out, it would be red. Instead, it's green and blue and pink and like all these other colors and stuff like that. So it's got that going for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was definitely some other things that were not the same, but I still thought it was fun.
Be my lover.
A friend of mine like watched it and he's like, "Oh, it was okay." I'm like, I don't know. I thought it was more than okay. I thought it was pretty good. It was
Did
a
you
fun
guys
watch.
watch Heretic?
No, not yet. But I did see that's Hugh Grant, right?
Yeah.
I saw him on whatever red carpet show that just happened, and he was less than interested to be there. They're like, "Oh, how do you like to be in the movies?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm in the movie. Yeah, yeah." They're like, "Oh, so how do you get up and do this, do the movies?" He's like,
Yeah, I get paid.
we get we show up and we do our job.
We wait for them to call for lunch, and then we come back.
Just fucking like she was like, "All righty then." Then he's like, he just put the mic down, like a despondent, like, "You dumb fuck." I was fucking dying.
See, I wouldn't be able to necessarily deal with that.
Yeah, no, it was
I would lose my job.
There was
What's your problem?
another A24
Face to face.
movie that I didn't watch yet, but I heard decent things. I saw the TV Glow.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to check that one out. It's on my
I think that's on my Plex.
I got a lot on my list.
Yeah, that one I picked up, and I still have yet to watch. But with A24, they definitely have really good horror movies for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is everyone's like, oh, A24, everything's gold. Not everything's gold, but their percentage is pretty high.
Yeah, yeah.
For me, I think the only one I really didn't like was Hereditary.
I see. I really liked Hereditary.
I did not.
Well, I didn't like The Witch.
That one too.
And
That one was just too boring.
and I didn't like I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I didn't like.
Go through A24. Let's see what the A24 movies are, because I liked A24 for a long time. And then I noticed that
Tusk was one of them.
I know that A24, but the thing was, like, initially they started very niche, very like, indie type stuff. But then, like,
What was their first release? Spring Breakers?
but you find stuff that you're like, wait, A24 is on? Like, did this? Like, but
Did it indeed? No, you didn't.
No, no, you did. Film library. Let's see.
Hey, it's Chase.
Hey, it's Chase.
Hey,
Hello. How's it going, everybody?
What's up, man?
Good. I just had to run real quick and grab my
Pants.
microphone and stuff.
Because if you're doing the show like I am, we're not wearing pants. So.
I got my own pajama pants. So.
I
I literally have on some like ratty ass t-shirt that I just wear before I go to bed. And I was like, okay, let me get on a hoodie.
Kevin sometimes falls asleep. It's right to bed.
No, I go to bed super early now. So yeah, like this is like the latest I stay up during the week is on Tuesdays.
Yeah. We were just talking about A24, trying to figure out what was their first movie.
Was it Spring Breakers?
Tony says
I think it was.
Spring Breakers.
I could actually look it up.
It says the company's first theatrical release was Roman Coppola's A Glimpse Inside the Mind of Charles Swan III. Limited.
That's with Charlie Sheen.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the other one is The Bling Ring, and then Harmony Korine's Spring Breakers. But yeah, those were their first, like...
It kind of seems like Spring Breakers was kind of like their breakout.
Oh, yeah. That was like their most, like, wild, vivid. Got James Franco. Look at all my shit.
Well, they had like Selena Gomez and Vanessa Hudgens and like all these bigger names in it. So then you're like, oh, okay.
You got James Franco basically. I don't know, y'all remember Riff Raff? Yeah.
Unfortunately,
his attempt at it.
Dude, that was such a...
I want to point out how bad of a horror fan I am. I noticed a poster behind Chase.
Yeah.
And it was the other shoulder, the House of a Thousand Corpses poster.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, is that Divine? It's fucking Sid Haig.
Well, I mean, we could. I'll give you the benefit. There's a little bit of
The glare.
So all you
Yeah, the ring light.
And,
see the eyebrows.
but I'm like, I don't remember Bill Moseley being in any John. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be moderating a panel for Bill Moseley up at that convention I do in upstate New York.
Oh, we're
nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. So I'll be that'll be coming up this summer.
All right.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Tell them we said what up.
I will.
So I also saw where you guys were mentioning Heretic before I jumped on.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it yet. You
Same.
saw it?
It's pretty good. Pretty
Yeah.
good.
It's not like groundbreaking. Some people are like, "Oh, it's the best movie I think I've ever seen." Like, I'm just like,
How
don't.
did-
Go
How
ahead.
did, how did it treat like the? It's is it like religious horror type deal or?
100%. Like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Okay.
that's the encompassing thing. Is all about religion.
So how
Yeah.
did they navigate, like, because I mean we've seen that done a few times before, so like how did they navigate?
So it's basically like two Mormon missionaries go to Hugh Grant's house.
Okay.
And then he's kind of like acting like he's like, oh, yes, I want to know. Trying to do a bad British accent. Oh, yes, I'm trying to learn about Mormonism. And then he gets more aggressive and like critical. And then it's like, okay, well, I'm going to put you through a series of tests that's going to make you question your faith. So,
Like, show me the word. Is the word good?
yeah.
It's so good. You know? Like,
Yeah.
where is your God now? Type of deal. I don't know. All right. Oh yeah. 'Cause that was like because I heard Hugh Grant was like they're like you should do more of these type of deal because he was like very chilling. I heard and like
I'll say like the movie itself isn't all that great. Like it's not groundbreaking or the greatest thing. But I think what really carries it is his performance.
Okay.
Yeah. All three of them are actually really good. And then there's surprising parts. I was just like, oh, okay, I didn't see that coming because, it was more of like a different, like slow burn type deal. And then it hits you with some of the scenes in it. I was like, oh, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
There was like a couple in there. I was like, oh, got me.
all right.
Wow.
He's all like, hey, lovey. You scared?
Crikey's bloke.
But yeah, with A24, like I said, there's a few that I didn't like, but for the most part, I mean, Talk to Me, another one that wasn't like groundbreaking or anything.
I loved
but
it, though.
it
was
still
fun.
was really good.
Oh, I went to like an early screener of that with my friend Scott, and we both liked it, but we both walked out of there being like literally like the first thing we said was like that wasn't groundbreaking in any way,
Yeah.
but,
Well,
but it was fun.
But I thought it was a good, like, a different type of like supernatural thing where, like, sometimes like you're like, oh, what are you scared? And like, but this was more like, I don't know if you guys have ever partaken in this game, like the knockout game as a teenager. It felt like it was in that realm of like where like like things are not good for you, right? You just saw your friend like fall over and almost crack his fucking skull open doing the game, but then like you're like, me next. You know what I mean?
One of those things
Yeah,
where
that was
you like,
terrifying.
Yeah.
Put me on the list.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
I was like, it was kind of like, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. We're like, yeah, like peer pressure type thing, but like we're like real fucked up, like consequences and circumstances. Like I was just like, and the ending to me was like, I was like, I was taken a little bit aback about how like the whole thing culminated, where it was like, like I had to rewind it because I was like, how the fuck, who? And then it was like my kid was like, she did it, and I was like, oh fuck, like all right, and then because that's like they had like the double ending on that one, right? Because it was like boom, like oh shit, she's fucking, and then they had the drone shot or whatever, but then it's like the reveal of like the party continues, somewhere
Yeah.
else, and now like you're it.
Mm.
See, I was really impressed with that one too, because again, like it's kind of hard for me to get into paranormal horror films because they like people like Blumhouse, they all do the same shit where it's like, ooh, creaky dark corners, boogity woogity woogity jump scare, but like this one actually like stayed creepy throughout it. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't just jump
Yeah.
scare galore.
Exactly.
I liked it.
The premise of it wasn't groundbreaking, but
Okay.
the way that they pulled it off
Yeah.
was done very well.
When I
Oh,
watched
exactly.
it, it had like a feel that it would be like in one of the anthology films, like a creep show or something. But then they took
Right.
that idea and then made it into a full length. Like
Yeah.
I could see it being cut down to like a 10-15 minute thing, and then like released as a long term. So like I said, I liked it, but when I watched it, everyone was like, "Oh man, I watched this movie and I've never seen anything like it before." I'm like,
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
it's
the
And
other
you haven't seen
different.
a lot of movies. Watch a
But-
Yeah.
Ouija board movie.
Mm.
But the thing I also for me was the like where it originated from and the people behind it. So it was like I was like, all right, cool. So these guys can tell like a cohesive like boom 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 story and like keep the entertainment, and that's their cup of tea is like entertainment. So it
Right.
was like but like this was another angle of it, and I was
Wasn't
like,
it
all
like
right,
it was
so-
brothers that made the movie, and it wasn't like
Yeah, it was-
their first feature?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're YouTubers.
yeah, there were YouTubers like prankster type deal or like
Right.
weird, like stunts and type of stuff. I don't forget whatever they're called.
And I think like the way they handled it, it's one of those where like it's kind of like where you guys were talking about Smile, where I think they could take the Smile route and do like a different, it's set in the same continuity, but we can have new characters, put in a new city, but
Yeah.
it still be cohesive where it's not just you're reusing the same characters and it's going to get boring after like
Yeah,
3
yeah.
sequels.
So the thing with Smiles, I thought someone had to pass it along. So like that's why I thought Sosie Bacon would have been in the second one.
Well, the thing is,
She
it's she-
Boo!
No,
Kyle
I like
Gallner's in
Sosie
it though.
Bacon.
yeah,
I know,
Kyle
but I mean, I just
He legit
I-
was in Smile. He was legit the last
okay.
to see it at the house. But no. Shout out to you guys this weekend too. You guys broke down Smile and Smile
Well,
2.
thank you.
And,
Yeah, the only
half
thing.
hour of horror at Block of Horror. Check out every Saturday.
Thank you.
But that was Smile 2 was like you said about passing it on and all that stuff. Like that's another one of those like in the lore type of deals, like now with the ending of Smile 2. I think it could go anywhere because we live in that world where that was also live streamed probably, right? So it's like who connected, who landed with it, like it could just be I think you guys touched on that
Yeah, like
about being a pandemic type of
yeah, and it's one of those like I'm not gonna say it because I know you guys. I know I mentioned a couple of y'all haven't seen it yet, but
these guys haven't.
it's one of those. The way it ends, like they could do like 20, 25 more sequels.
Yeah,
based on how it ended.
But should they? Should they do?
I don't
No.
think they should,
Okay.
but I think for me, I think we could do one more. We could do one more for sure.
See,
Before
what the
you're
thing
like,
is, I see with the first Smile, the ending kind of threw me off, just because like it was one movie in the beginning. Like same thing with Hereditary. It was like a tale of two movies where it's like the first half is something I was digging. I'm like, okay, this is really cool. Then the end, I was just like, what the hell is going on here? Like
It escalated.
everything.
but it was just like
drags.
I was just like, what? I don't understand what the
I
hell is
like it.
going on here.
I
And then I'm like, and then I saw the second one coming out. I'm like, I don't even know what to expect with the second one. But I heard really good things. So
It was.
I think even Aaron mentioned it on Saturday. It's going to be one of those because he really loved the second one. I really loved the second one, and he was just like, when you have a sequel that strong and that good, it's going to be very difficult to follow that up. Because like that's the thing. Because I saw Smile when it came out on streaming on Paramount Plus back in 2022, and I thought it was all right. Like at the first time watch, I thought it was all right. A little overhyped. I actually rewatched it last weekend and came to appreciate it a lot more.
Yeah.
When it came down to watching the second one, I was just like, I got nothing to do today. Just go see it in theaters, catch the first showing at 11 in the morning, just expecting, just thinking I was like, whoa, this is great. Like,
yeah. So I do recommend it, Kevin and Tony.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to check it out. It's one of those things I because my wife saw the first one.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, why do I need to see the second one?" And I'll just
watch the second one.
I'll have to tell her the second one is supposedly much better.
And that's the thing, like for sure, like I think that part 2 can live on its own if all you do is watch part 2, because there's a lot of exposition and explanation as to what they're dealing with at one instance of the movie, to try to catch casual viewers that are not aware of what's going on. But like for me, the hype was Laura Hasn't Slept, catching that short, and then like seeing that it got picked up by Paramount to get expanded on, and then like it was just like it was like another one of those like indie breakout type of deal. You know what I mean?
Laura Hasn't Slept was really good. Yeah. Like I actually watched that in research for last week's episode, and I was genuinely creeped out. Like I was midway through it, sitting in here watching it, like, oh my gosh. My partner comes in to tell me something. Hey, Chase! I was like, "Oh, you motherfucker!" Like,
holy shit, I died. Yeah. No, and that's like, that's what, like, off of that, I was just like, holy shit, like capturing such like like that ambiance, right? And like, and then just like, but it's in a single room, 2 actors. And they just like go through all the emotions of like suspense, creep factor, and like, but it's all in the same room, and like seemingly, but it feels so big at the same time. So I was like, it's crazy. So like, when I saw that, I was like, of course it got picked up. Like,
and what I do love about that, this is an adaptation of a short film. You don't get a lot of major studios like Paramount who did the Smile movies. They hardly ever like take an independent filmmaker's short film and adapt it. It's usually always someone like Shudder or A24 or Neon or even Blumhouse. It's never like the big studios like Paramount or Warner Brothers, something like that.
Yeah, so it was like, championing, like, I was like, yes, one of us that fucking making it. So like that was like my connection to Smile in the big. So it was like more like a fuck yeah, like regular dude made a fucking awesome movie.
But the thing is, nowadays too, with indie film, I mean, it's kind of helping itself out where it's making some quality stuff. So bigger companies are looking at it, as opposed to there is some with indie film, it's like, okay, you get top quality, then you get the middle of the barrel, and then sometimes it's the bottom of the barrel. But I think a lot of the indie films nowadays are turning heads with a whole bunch of stuff. And I think with Terrifier helping pave the way, I think now it's one of those things where it's like, oh, good ideas can come from other sources. So
right, I think what it is, especially this decade, the 2020 so far, like where studio horror has been, like major studio horror, like from Paramount or Warner Brothers or one of the other ones, like have been very hit or miss. Like you're going to get some good stuff like Evil Dead Rise or the Smile films. Like there's also a lot of really bad stuff where I think indie horror, like the Terrifiers, like the Streams, like the A24 and Neon stuff, that's really what's been carrying this decade to like where people are like, oh, like this has been a great decade for horror so far.
Yeah.
Sure. Since we're on the topic of Parker Finn and Smile, you should also check out his other short called The Hide Behind.
The Hide Behind.
The
Yeah.
Hide Behind? I've never even
Yeah,
heard of it.
it's that's another one. I was like, this guy needs. That's how I found him first. I found him to hide behind, and I was like, this guy needs to make movies. And then I saw the Laura Hasn't Slept, and I was like, this guy definitely needs to make a fucking movie. And then like
Yeah,
months later,
there's a few short films that I'm just like, man, like these, like the directors and stuff. Like Pizza Panic Party was one where I'm like, oh,
oh
these
yeah,
this could be like all like a awesome whatever. Or Make Me a Pizza was
oh,
another one where it's like,
speaking of, she hit me up. The movie is live now, so go. You can watch it now. It's not on
oh,
the
make
what do they call that? The circuit. The
mm,
Festival circuit.
yeah,
Festival
festival
Circuit.
circuit. Yeah, she hit me up, so you can go to the Make Me a Pizza IG page and watch it. She actually wants to come back on and talk about it at some point. So I told her I had to
Ooh.
get some dates.
Yeah, that
So
works.
now we can
It's-
hopefully.
Yeah.
It's called Make Me a Pizza.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make me. Don't even say nothing. Let Chase go in blind. Just go in
But
blind.
yeah, watch Make Me a Pizza and then Pizza Panic Party.
Yes.
And then the one, what was it called? The Box or whatever, where you turned around, the guy would
Oh
slowly
yeah.
like
That's
creep
been,
out
that's
of
been
it
around for a minute.
even more.
Yeah.
Like that was another one that I was very impressed with. That I'm like, why isn't this
We
like
need
a?
they need to get that one that we saw at the convention, writer's block. That needs to be out
Oh
for the
yeah.
masses.
That's Steven Slosh. Shout out to those guys.
That
They
needs
put
to be out for the masses. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know when
Yeah.
that's going to be done in its festival circuit, but it needs to, like that. That one is just a really fun time.
Yeah, it was writer's block. Yeah, if you're listening, and you find yourself in a room, and a short film festival and writer's block comes on, fucking watch it.
Yes, yes.
Watch.
And I just gave the Make Me a Pizza page a follow, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
watch
there you
that.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, but yeah, the what's the other pizza part?
Pizza Panic Party.
Pizza Panic Party. Yeah, those guys are awesome.
I've like
Orgasm,
one thing that
channel.
I've seen too is I've seen some good shorts that have become features, and features haven't been great.
Yeah, well that's that happens. See, that happens, right? So like,
Yeah.
but I still like I always still like appreciate that like
Totally. I'm
like,
super excited for it.
yeah. I'm like
And
yeah, here we
I'm
go.
like, oh, I can't wait. Then I'm like, ah, crap.
Yeah, and
like-
then it's like okay, so we saw where
Like something happened.
yeah
Something happened, whether it be like, because that's the thing is sometimes, I mean, sometimes producers
yeah
will step in and be like, hey, I'm paying for this. I want my whole family to be involved.
Yeah.
That's what happened with a movie that Leo and I were somewhat
oh yeah.
involved with. That
Has
you
it
know,
come out yet?
oh yeah, that came out a long time ago.
All right.
But yeah, that happened like a while back. We did a documentary about the making of it.
Oh yeah.
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 And that's what it was. It's like, all right, well, this person did a song and we want it in the movie.
Okay.
And you know, I have a dog. I want the dog in the movie.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I want to be a cop in the movie. I want to be this in the movie. I want to be that in the movie. That's what it ended up happening, and it's just like, wow, this sucks.
There was so much hype, and then it kind of
Yeah, and yeah. Anyways, but Sergio is reminding us that it's 10 now.
So we're just chilling now. To go back to 824.
Sergio, if you need to take off, Sergio, we won't be offended if
Yeah,
you need
man.
to take off.
Does anybody remember a movie called Slice?
Slice. Who's in it?
no.
It's got what's her name? Zazie Beats. Zazie Beats, Chance Bennett, which is Chance the Rapper, Marilyn Dodds, Frank, Catherine Cunningham, Hannibal Buress, Tim Decker, Joe Keery.
Yes. Tim Heidecker's in it.
Yeah, I think so.
Tim Heidecker and Hannibal Buress are both in it.
Yeah. This was when I saw this. It's from 2018,
Hmm.
but it was like the trailer made it seem like it was going to be way more of like horror, right? But it was way more comedy, which I was like pleasantly surprised about it. We
Hmm.
covered it a long time ago, but yeah, it was like stuff like that during that time, like 18 to like 20, right before pandemic, where like I just felt like they were just putting out fucking gold and like, you know, uh, but
They
yeah,
did one of my favorite movies, Swiss Army Man,
Oh my
oh,
god.
I
with
haven't seen that one
Daniel
yet.
Radcliffe.
Oh my goodness. You want to see a corpse fart and propel? You're riding a corpse and it's just farting and propelling you like it's like a boat of sorts.
jet
Jet
ski,
ski.
jet ski.
Like you're riding a jet ski. It's ridiculous, but it's like a corpse of Daniel Radcliffe, like just farting itself through the water.
Yeah,
It's a
I love
crazy
that.
movie. He's just talking to a corpse the whole time, and the corpse is like talking back, but he's just like, "Yeah, okay." Like, but it's a fun movie. It's just very weird.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah,
That one, and then recently The Whale.
mm.
Oh yeah,
I still haven't seen The Whale.
Me either.
That,
He
that,
just, it's
it's a
just,
tear. It's
he's
a
like,
it's
tear.
depressing.
It's a
is it?
tear.
That's why I
I've
haven't
seen,
watched it.
like
I'm
a
an
little.
emotional boy. I cry fairly easily. So
Yeah, I just
It's
saw one little
depressing.
piece where he was like, "Do your homework," or
Mm,
whatever the fuck he said. Just like,
yeah,
but I was like, "All right."
yeah.
Brendan
That's
Fraser.
that would because that came out around the time as Clerks 3,
Yeah,
and I'm still up in the air which one I cried more on.
really,
I
'Cause
heard
I was like,
Ryan.
yeah,
Ryan said the same thing. He's like, "Dude, blah blah blah." I couldn't, and I was like, "You cried?" He's like, "That means you haven't watched it. You
yeah,
fuck."
yeah. It's definitely. I was like, I mean, I think Clerks 3 was a little bit more because I like
really,
ugly cried for Clerks 3.
Yeah, he's like,
really.
"You're." He's
Yeah,
like, "If you don't cry, you're not a real fan."
I haven't watched it because of that as well. I haven't watched Clerks 3.
Yeah.
it was. I was just like,
I'm afraid to
well,
Mm,
it's just because it's not. Well, I mean,
because
never
I've
say
heard.
never.
never
Never
seen
say never. It's probably going to be the last one. I'm like, the only way you can end it is that way. I don't think you can end it any other way. But it
Mm.
was just like, oh, wow, that sucks. And then
Dude,
yeah,
that
by the
means
end, I was just like, oh, I think it's just because I'm so invested over like what 20 years now, and then
yeah.
it's just like, oh, okay, well that's 20 years, so it's like a little
20, I think
emotion
it's
like
much more than
everywhere.
20 years.
When was the first one? 90,
I don't know. I was probably skateboarding.
90.
You figure
Jason Lee.
Clerks 1 can't, like, I graduated in 94. That's 30 years ago.
Damn, bro.
94? Then 30 years, yeah.
Let me see. Clerks. You talking about
Wow.
Clerkies? Clerks
Yeah,
one.
the first Clerks.
I don't think it was 94, but it was close.
'Cause I know
19
the second one came out when I was in high school.
Yeah, Clerks, 1994.
Oh,
Mm.
so yeah, 31 years ago this year.
Yeah. So it's just like, I think all the emotion of like the movie itself and then just like thinking, because that last dialogue is just like, oof, wow, okay, this is crazy.
Mm.
And like just the last scene was just like, oof.
Well, don't
But
ruin
yeah.
it for me, even
No,
though
I'm
it's
not.
been forever, and I'm avoiding it like the
Just,
plague.
I wish I was a fly on the wall though, and Tony was fucking a puddle.
Oh, it was. I was just like, wow, like as I'm doing it too, it's like, what the hell is wrong with me? But
Yeah, you're like, look, what is this? What is this?
Because usually, like movies, I don't get like that affected by, but that
He's
just
in
like,
battle.
Who am I?
Hey, you pussy! And he's just like,
No, I've had that. I will be transparent with you, Tony. I've had that. There's a movie called Big Fish.
oh, that's
I was
Johnny Depp.
no, Ewan McGregor and Danny
Oh.
DeVito,
great
all
movie.
those guys. Dude, I forgot how old I was. I was probably like 18, 19 years old. Legit, right when it strikes and the whole story hits, right? And you figure it the fuck out what the movie's been about, right? Dude, I absolutely lost my mind. I was like crying into my fucking hoodie, and I'm with my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife, And she's just like looking at me, and then she's like, "You all right?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
I've had those moments too.
Someone's like, "Shh," and I'm like, "Ah." Legit. So yes, that was one of those movies. Another one that did that for me was Requiem for a Dream.
Yes.
And to this day, anytime I hear that fucking little music cue, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so sad.
Luckily, the only movie that I've cried at the theater for
Mm.
was Marley and Me.
Oh, Marley and Me.
Oh.
I didn't cry, but it.
I got
I'm an
teared up.
animal person. I'm an animal. I love animals. So
I got teary eyed, but not like when I say.
well, no.
Clerks 3,
No,
it
don't
was
get me
like-
wrong. That's why I'm avoiding Clerks 3, and that's why I'm avoiding other movies, because like I know that I will be a goddamn mess. Either that, or I'm gonna feel myself becoming a mess, and then I'm gonna be like, I need to shut this off right now, or I'm gonna like, I need to shop on Temu. Like, I need to do something else. Like
One that recently got me it's on Amazon Prime right now. It's an indie comedy called Snack Shack. It came out last summer. And I was expecting some goofy kind of coming of age comedy. And me and my partner were watching around Christmas time, and then there's like a part that happens, and I just like I'm trying to hold it in, and he goes, "Are you crying?" I'm like, "I can't help it."
You know what that is? You know what that tells us is that we hold in, right?
yeah.
There's one thing, one kernel that you don't even know you're gonna connect with. That's just gonna be like
fucking hits you.
Release.
It hits that
And
switch.
you're like,
it's like,
oh my God.
damn, I'm human.
Oh my God,
this sucks.
repress memories.
Oh my God, yes.
Snack Shack. I'm gonna see here.
Oh,
Okay.
it's so good.
All right, I see it.
Anyone of note in it, or is it just an independent?
I think it's indie. It looks like
Yeah,
not
a lot of big names in it.
no, but yeah, 20. Yeah, coming of age comedy. So yeah, that's the thing, right? The vehicle, right? You're like, oh, I'm gonna laugh my ass off,
Yeah, it's a comedy.
and then it's like,
Oh, I laughed my ass off, but at the end, I was bawling my eyes out.
Yeah,
let me show you why. Let me show you what I wrote here, right in the middle of this.
yeah. Some of the funniest people are also some of the most sad people.
Yeah.
So that they're just as funny as sad.
All right, I'll put it on my list because I did see this poster now that I'm looking at it, Snack Shack, and I was like, Snack Shack, what the fuck is that? But we scroll, we keep.
You just put together a list of the top 10 movies that are like make us cry, and just have like
you want
sob off a sob weekend.
Homeward Bound. That one at the end definitely got me in the.
Just
got me
film
in the
ourselves crying, and then just share it all on social media and just wait for us to get destroyed.
Pixar's Up. That's
Oh
one
my
that
God!
got me.
Yes.
I was sitting in the theaters, thinking it's going to be a goofy. I took my little cousin, thinking it was going to be a goofy little
At least they hit it.
Pixar movie, and I'm just like, why am I crying during an animated movie right now?
Not for nothing though.
You feel that, son? That's a life lesson.
The Toy Story movies, I think all the Toy Story movies hit you pretty hard at as well.
3 for sure.
Third one
For sure. But at least in Up, like it hit you in the beginning,
Yeah.
so you got it, and then it's
his
like,
wife
okay,
is gone.
here's a better part of the movie, and it's a little bit happier. Like they hit you hard at the beginning. I was like, what? I'm like, I'm sad already.
What
And
the
then it's
fuck is this?
good thing I finished watching it because it's like I turned it off.
Yeah, why do they have to do that? Even in Wreck-It
I
Ralph,
saw balloons.
there's like
What
there's
is
like sad parts of Wreck-It Ralph. Like why?
Yeah.
Just make
they
it
have
fun.
to. They have to. I always feel like with storytelling, I feel like even with like comedies and stuff like that, there's still a kernel of darkness that like to get to the comedy, depending on like what the story is, right? Because
Right.
but there's always like there's a reason to the why. There's always like a dark reason to why someone put a story together. So it's like, but that's like the best. Those are like the best ones. You know what I mean? And like the ones that you see coming from a mile away are like usually like if a kid is recording their parents on a camcorder, right? And then like they drastically change like appearance. You know that's gonna be a sad fucking
Mm.
you know movie like right off the rip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
And
usually like
what? Pay It Forward. Do you ever see Pay It Forward? Kevin Spacey,
Oh,
Haley Joel,
my
Haley Joel
heart,
Osment.
my,
Reddit,
my heart
Reddit,
just cracked hearing that title of the movie.
oh,
what movie? I
Pay
froze.
It Forward.
Oh yes, that's
The
another.
ending. I was just like,
Yeah,
really?
that's another one.
I think I really avoid sad movies. You guys are like mentioning all these movies I've heard of, but I avoid them.
Yeah,
It's
that one.
it's
That one.
hashtag sad boys, bro.
Sad boys for life.
That's what we got
It
to.
went
Sad boys for life.
It went from talking about street trash to some of the saddest movies.
Yeah, I know,
ever.
for real.
Football dicks and crying in the theater. But yeah, I do. We should do it. Like destroy your very soul list of movies, and then like,
Then it's like a sad boy challenge.
yeah, sad boys, sad boys.
Today we talk about My Sister's Keeper.
I don't know that one.
Oh, it's sad.
What is that? Abigail Breslin?
Yeah, Abigail Breslin and Cameron Diaz with Cameron Diaz's daughter has cancer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't watch all the sad movies, but I live sad life stuff. Like I work for a homeless shelter,
Yeah.
and like I was telling Angel that I spent like 12 hours at the hospital the other day, and like with a client, and I had to like tell the nurse that if the client had to stay over, that we would have to like find another client to watch her daughter, or we would have to contact DCF to take the child. And like when I told the nurse that, I started to choke up, and she's like, okay, and then she like walked away, and she came back. She's like, we're releasing her, and she was all excited. She's like, I saw how upset you were getting when you mentioned DCF, and I'm like, well, they've already gone through so much, and whatever. I was like she's like, you don't have to explain it to me. And I'm like, all right, I get it, but like I wasn't meaning to be like that, but like literally just me explaining facts, and I was like ready to lose my mind, like ready to lose it in front of this stranger.
Yeah, it's like if we're not out of here in 15 minutes, like this.
Yeah, she could
life
possibly
is
never get her daughter back.
Yeah.
Because you guys have taken
Forever.
like almost a full day to do something that should have taken 3 hours.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's another story in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horror story there, man.
Yeah.
No, but it's I don't know. I think that's why I avoid the sad movies, because I deal with sad stuff all day.
Yeah.
I try to make everyone
You're
happy though.
You're more in that Jack Ketchum realm of horror movies. Like what's that? The Next Door Neighbor one. What the fuck's it called? No,
Disturbia?
no. Let me see.
Good movie though.
Let me see here. Jack Ketchum.
American.
Yes, American Crime.
Yeah.
So yeah, I tend to, when I get home, I tend to just watch stand-up comics.
Yeah. Oh, we talked about it earlier, but Chase, did you catch whiff of Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd's new A24 film?
I have not, but
Are you a fan of either of them?
Yes, I'm a fan of both of them, but I don't watch trailers anymore.
Oh,
I'm in the same boat.
all right.
So yeah,
I may watch this one though. I may watch this one.
It looks. I posted it to my story, but I said this looks interesting because knowing like comedic chops of Paul Rudd plus his like regular acting chops, drama, and then Tim Robinson's
plus he's not afraid to get weird because he did a lot of generic stuff.
Yeah, so like it's just like how unhinged is this movie gonna be, which is what I'm hoping. But I'm hoping that Tim Robinson plays it like super like straight, like straightless. You know what I mean? Like straight man, like comedy where he's just like am I taking fucking crazy pills? And everyone's like, you know what I mean? Like, But yeah, I saw
Did
that.
you,
I was
did you
like,
see the Super Bowl commercial with him and the dude that was I don't remember the other dude's name, but the guy
from
that he
the
did the
Detroiters.
Detroiters with?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
No, he it was him and it was a Totino's pizza roll commercial,
Yeah,
and there was an alien involved.
yeah.
And
No alien.
I guess the alien ate a bunch of Totino's pizza rolls. So like, oh, I guess you owe us this much money for all those Totino's pizza roll. And like, what are you talking about? Like, whatever. And then, so like, all right, you're not gonna pay us. He's like, we're gonna push your spaceship or whatever. And they went over and he's like, I kicked it. Like, yeah, you kicked the spaceship. He's like, it did nothing to my spaceship. It really did nothing.
He's like, okay, bye. Yeah, you're talking about Sam Richardson.
Yes, he's good. He was also in I Think You Should Leave.
Yes,
The-
and that werewolf movie.
Yes, yeah, he played the cop
Yeah,
in the werewolf movie.
great movie.
That
It was
fun.
like Clue, but werewolves.
Yeah.
Wait, which movie was that?
What the fuck's it called? Werewolves Within.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was it's a whodunit, but like
Yeah.
add some like
Hmm.
Add werewolves.
add werewolves.
Who done it with werewolves? And it's a comedy.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Add
All
that
right.
to my-
So we're Sergio still in the chat or what? He go to bed?
I don't know. He said he's not in the mood at all.
All right. Sorry,
11
man.
seconds ago.
Sorry, man.
I don't know what to tell you, Serge. Don't know what to tell you, dude.
It's almost
Anyways.
the weekend. It's almost the weekend.
Yeah.
Almost
And,
halfway there.
Yeah. And it's Valentine's Day coming up.
Hey,
Yay.
big old box with chocolates.
I gotta move a bunch of boxes from my in-laws back here
Full of chocolate.
full of chocolate. But anyways, so Chase, thanks for coming on last minute.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Yeah, whenever I heard y'all say, "Yeah, Jace, you want to come on?" I was like,
Yeah, man.
ran to the room, grabbed my ring light and my microphone and stuff. And I was like, "Let's do it."
Yes.
Yeah.
And
And we're live.
Yeah,
can
thank you for
people,
having me on.
Yeah, where can people go like check out your show and stuff?
Yeah, so of course, catch me and Aaron McLean on Half Hour Horror every Saturday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern, 10:30 a.m. Pacific at the Prophets Theater at blockofhorror.com, the virtual world. You can catch us on youtube.com/@blockofhorror or X @blockofhorror. And then, of course, follow me on Blue Sky, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Oh Hey It's Chase.
Boom. Yeah, you guys run a well-oiled machine over there.
Oh, thank you.
It's always
We got
the premise is a half hour, but like you just
it's always an hour. It's always an hour.
Sometimes even
But you
more.
say the premise is a half hour, so that way the few times that it's under an hour, you're just like, hey, you said a half
Yeah,
hour.
half hour. I mean, there's been a couple times like I know like we cut it at like 57 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I know that one time, Chaos, you were on that week. Aaron was out. When we re-aired your interview with Scott Chambers and Reese Frake Waterfield, that went like almost an hour and a half. So
we were dropping. We were dropping.
oh, we were going deep.
And yeah, Angel, what about yourself?
You could just follow me at Chaos Man Is on Instagram, Twitter, all those spots, and then go follow That Strange Show. At some point, we'll be back. I think we're just in hiatus for right now with other endeavors, but we'll definitely be back once things slow down. But go follow that. Also, so we're talking about it live right now. Thursday, Vampire Surf Cult launches. We're going to launch our Kickstarter. So go to kickstarter.com and look for the project Vampire Surf Cult. Depending on when you're listening to this, we'll be running the campaign for 30 days with the hopes to kick off a new adult animated series and create our first pilot. But we'll have a bunch of stuff. I know we're gonna have like for the tiers, we're gonna have toys, plushies, posters, like books, comic books, vinyl records, all that shit. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff you guys to choose from. to help us out and create the show and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, Vampire Surf Cult. Go follow that on Instagram as well. And then I will be at Dead of Winter with Kevin come February 22nd and 23rd. We're going to be doing some black magic shit over at Mechanics Hall with everybody else in there, and the Toxic Avenger crew will be in the house. And then Saturday night, Kevin and I are going to go try to make some magic happen with the awesome bands that are going to be playing. We're going to be recording parts of their sets and then creating content for the convention. So, get out there, yeah, and yeah, it's always fun to do all the creative stuff that and fingers crossed that everybody gets to do what they want to do when they can do it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I agree.
So,
Tony
yeah.
has 9 fingers.
You can find me at Tony Has 9 Fingers on YouTube. Where I do movie reviews, unboxings, and stuff. Tony Has 9 Fingers on X, which I never use, but I say it. Tony Has 9 Fingers on TikTok, which is my main source of my, you know, being, I guess, or my social media wise on there. Tony's Movies on Instagram, where you can check out the movies behind me, and of course here on the Wicked Horror Show. Most Tuesdays, whether we have a guest or we end up talking about everything and anything from horror movies to movies that make us cry to, yeah.
At one point tonight, that was therapy like session, right?
Totally.
That was
Oh, yeah, of course.
like we were like,
It's like, hey guys, you cry too, right?
I cry, right?
We want to make sure you guys cry too.
Me cry, right? You cry?
You guys cry during Pixar movies too, right?
Yep. Totally do.
Or
Kevin.
just check it.
Yeah, just A Knuckle on Instagram. Besides doing the show, I'm also part of that strange show when it comes back.
Yeah.
And like Angel said, we'll be at Dead of Winter, February 22nd and 23rd at Mechanics Hall in Worcester, Massachusetts, and 22nd we'll be at Ralph's for the show there filming, and yeah, we have that to look forward to. Like that's the next thing.
Yeah.
And then after that, we're just like, all right, now what? What's next?
The world, Chico.
Oh, that's right. The world. That's right. Well, yeah. So unfortunately, our guest couldn't make it.
Yeah, shout out to Justin Martell. Go watch Street Trash. He produced on that. And Shakespeare Shitstorm. If you like trauma, just go search that shit out. Yeah.
Yep, for sure. Thanks for watching / listening, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.